Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
We are back. It's Jimmy and Rick. Andrew Kane is apparently making an appearance at some point. We'll see if that happens. But we are excited to be back here at the beautiful State Theater in Modesto, California. For tonight, it's Ready or Not. Ready or Not. It's Ready or Not.
That's what it is.
Rick looks like he's got some shit ready to read. He looks excited. Midsummer, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
Oh. Rick's trying to figure out what the next movie that we will be doing is about. So, Ready or Not, really based off the premise of this girl gets married, and then either in the night of the wedding or at some point, the family has some tradition where they hunt the new bride, and she has to survive the night. Rick,
Seems like they've done this before.
What would you do if that happened to you?
Like if my wife's family was going to hunt me down?
Yeah. Would you just run as fast as you can?
Yeah, at first. Then I think it'd be kind of fun.
It would be fun to be hunted?
And hunt back, yeah.
What would be fun about being hunted, right?
The adrenaline of getting hunted.
How would you kill him to stay alive?
With a Bowie knife like Rambo, I would hide and jump on their backs and slit their throats.
Damn, you sound like you've thought about this quite a bit.
Every day. No, but it seems like this movie's been played before. We've had a lot of hunt movies like this.
Amanda Seyfried looks pretty good in the wedding dress.
Oh yeah.
What would you give her? 9 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
She's a 9, 8 or 9.
Who would you have rather have seen in this role?
At first glance, I thought she was, what's her face? Joker's girlfriend.
Oh, God, Margaret Robbie. Yeah, that's a good call. Margaret Robbie, very hot. No question. In my mind, did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I haven't seen it yet.
That was a really good film. I thought that Tarantino did a solid job, and it was a good movie.
You guys saw it without me, you didn't even ask.
I watched it alone.
I thought you watched it with Nicole.
Huh?
I thought you watched it with Nicole.
No. Yeah, Nicole not here from last time. What was the last one we watched? Was it Child's Play? Or Texas Chainsaw Massacre? I think it was Texas Chainsaw.
Texas, I think.
Which, fuck, that movie.
I didn't remember it being that gory.
Out of all the films that we've done here, Rick, which one would be your favorite? What's your top one so far?
Still that witch one. The Mexican witch. Madonna or whatever her name was.
Oh, La Llorona?
Yeah.
John and Ashley outside.
Get VIP.
Huh?
VIP. Just walk right in.
What's going on, man?
It's podcasting already?
Yes. Higbees are here.
Howdy, people.
I said the Higbees are here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up?
Our second movie for the day.
What is going dark for haunt season mean?
Huh?
What is going dark for haunt
What did
season
you guys
mean?
already see?
What do you mean?
There you go.
Ashley posted on Facebook going on a date
Oh,
before a husband goes dark for haunt season.
when I go to the
What
dark
does that
side,
mean?
that means basically hit a point where she won't exist and all the haunt is the only thing that exists.
The mistress takes
What's up?
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you been?
So Rick and I had an interesting thing happen to us today. A customer literally gave us about $2,500 worth of weed.
Wow. What?
Seriously?
Customer?
Where at?
Like,
At the shop. So we divvied it up, and I have a suitcase filled with different kinds of marijuana.
dang, you're like a salesman now, huh?
You should have brought it. Like,
Get rid of all of that for you.
like
have
the
Char-
I
doorman.
can get rid of it
Are
just
you
fine.
gonna have Charlie dress up and go door to door?
Huh?
You gonna have Charlie dress up and go door to door with him?
Door to door too.
Take your medicine.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Hey, how you doing? I want a drink. You guys want a drink? No, you're not right. I got hard stuff here.
Yes.
Nope, it doesn't look like any captain though.
So, the last time that we left on the podcast, the shocking development was made, and we didn't really get a whole lot of fallout from your end of things, Mrs. Scott. But John Scott, I mean, this is a level of swerve like Hogan, or I'm sorry, well, yeah, Hogan, turning to NWO Hogan. Or Steve Austin aligning himself with Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 17 to win the title. John spent easily 85% of season 4 of the Campfire Chronicles shitting and swearing he would never return to Halloween Horror Nights, at least not this year. However, on Jason Scott's first appearance on the Horrific Network, well, fans, let's throw it back because we have the capability of doing that now. And we're back. So you heard live there on the show Jason Scott announcing that John Scott would be going to Halloween Horror Nights part of this haunt season. Fast pass with us.
Yeah. It's a Scott Boy reunion. So it's his dad and the two boys are going.
So my question to you now is, has John's tone towards the event changed from pessimistic to optimistic now
Not at all.
now that he's going?
Not at all.
No, I'm still passing this shit out.
Not at all. He's so ready to be disappointed. Nothing's changed, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is that he wishes that I could go with him.
So at what point are you going to try to get excited?
Not until the drive there.
Probably going through. I will say Frankenstein and Wolfman would be a little exciting just because it's classic monsters, and that maze was good.
Hold
last
on
year.
a second.
But other than that, anything else?
Yes. Classic Monsters is going to be better than Stranger Things and Ghostbusters, Jimmy.
So, Rick, here's the rundown.
It's gonna be terrible because I can already tell you they'll have the famous scenes that you want to see. Like you're gonna go through their firehouse, you're gonna turn a corner through a black hallway,
Now, let me ask
and
you
they're
this.
gonna have the
Let
freaking
me-
dog jump out at you after every single damn scene. And it's
Let
gonna
me
be a
ask you
black
this:
fucking-
what happens when you go through it, John? What happens when you go through it and it's the dopest maze they've ever done?
Then congrats to them.
Will
But
you admit it?
if
He'll give
it's-
credit where credit's
I'll
due.
give some credit if it's good enough. But
Andrew vigorously shaking his head. No.
Just like,
He
no.
does not believe John will.
Now, that's the one thing I can say about my husband is that he will give credit where credit is due. If they shock him and Murdy actually pulls this out of his ass and does it properly, then John will definitely say so. But right now,
Jimmy's
after
disbelief
watching-
on his face as well.
Jimmy, if I see more alien eggs in the Stranger Things maze, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, at least we won't have to go through 20 black hallways in the trick-or-treat maze again.
That's right.
yeah, but the scenes in Trick or Treat were awesome. They put a lot of work
All
into
three
this.
of them.
But they utilized the black hallways as going to the next chapter by having it written on the wall. There was at least semi a point. The worst point was
I
in
mean-
Poltergeist when you see the guy tearing his face off and you
It was
walk
just kind of a black
literally
wall with
for a minute.
orange writing on it that said the principal or Mr. Jones, whatever the fuck that one dude's name is. What's his name?
But the principal?
No, the bus driver.
Reed?
Yeah, Mr. Creed or
Creedy?
whatever.
Creedy, whatever.
So let's not tout Trick or Treat because they wrote orange on black.
Hey, that's its colors.
It is.
Jimmy, we've been to home haunts that have been better than what Universal's put on.
Lately, yes.
Ultimate Terror in Sacramento, yeah. Theirs was better than some of
What was the place where we went that had the underground maze that scared the living Jesus out of you?
No, that was just you being afraid of the dark. That wasn't a good maze.
I really,
Was that
there's
Pirates of
a-
Emerson?
I really wish you guys would come to Queen Mary. You would shit your pants, Andrew.
Yeah, that's why I don't go. Andrew likes
It's
to clean their drawers.
amazing.
All right, so
It's amazing. Just to do the mazes in the ship are amazing.
I don't like being in small spaces and being chased.
And what we found to be more terrifying was apparently like 2 weeks before they opened, one of the whole mazes just fell down.
See, and this is why
What do you mean it
Andrew's
just
good.
fell down
The whole thing just fell apart.
upon itself?
Yeah.
They don't know how, they don't know why. It just fell apart.
Because it's fucking haunted, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that.
Just the feeling you get when you walk in the ship alone.
No, I've been on the Hornet, and they had a shitty fucking maze, and that was still terrifying.
Yeah. Well, the Hornet doesn't have the history that
Yeah, well, it has pretty.
the haunting history that
Yeah, it's like
Queen
one of
Mary
those
has.
ships. Yeah,
I don't know.
it's literally the fucking goddamn ship that launched the planes that fucking dropped the A-bomb.
Dude, like, America.
How you guys?
And John's really excited for Knots because they did their announcements this week.
Yeah, they have a ghost town origins maze. I bet you're as hard as for that as you were for Trick or Treat 2
Well, I
years
don't
ago.
know. 'Cause last time they did something like this, and I was super excited for it, it was a huge disappointment. That was when they did like Gunslinger's Grave.
That maze,
And they're
and
like-
we'll talk about that on Haunt Court History.
They were-
That maze was a huge piece of shit.
Yeah, and they almost built that like it was going to be like Ghost Town in a maze. So I was like, oh hell yeah, that's going to be the best one.
They built
No.
it like it was almost going to be Ghost Town in a maze. No, that was Ghost Town in a maze.
No.
It was just a bunch of saloons and shit.
Yeah, it was just like an actual just western.
With like
it wasn't
three-
even a horror.
With like 3 people standing around.
It was literally just like you just went into. There was no horror aspect behind it. It was literally a western maze.
So is it like
Is that not? It's
a
like
western style of Forsaken Lake?
kind of like you walked in and they had like bank robbers that were like shooting near you, going ah. I'm like, where's like where's the horror element?
Hi.
Like, is there somebody dead here?
How you
What's
doing?
going on? And
Doing well. How are you?
nothing
Good, man.
like that. It was like stupid. And then they had to go and fix it the next year by adding werewolves, and that didn't fix it at all.
I don't know. I don't ask questions, Andrew.
Should have just put it down.
That's for the thing we do now, Kane. Thanks
You
for
would know
lis-
if you were here, Kane.
Thanks for listening. Hello, how are you? I'm sorry?
Are you guys from Vanessa?
Yeah. We're the Horrific Network. We host the series of late night showings,
Sweet. All here? Theaters?
mostly. Every once in a while we'll meet over in Riverbank, but it's going to end up being McHenry for like shows like It Chapter 2, stuff like that.
That's cool. Okay, so we're on the Facebooks.
Right
You guys
on.
ever go to the SAC Horror Fest?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went a couple years ago when they did like the Serbian film showing. and it
Those
was
guys that put that
so fun, but It's fun.
The guys that put that on, Tim and Brian, they run a convention called Sinister Creature Con. We do the panel side of things for them.
Very cool. Good stuff. Okay. Thank you.
Right on.
Little monster teens.
Rick, is your favorite
It's on the back of his shirt.
haunted house moment when Jacob couldn't leave that haunted house?
That's the only moment I can remember. That was awesome.
I've
He was
never,
talking so much shit before.
dude, so much shit.
My
Like,
son, he was like, what, 5 years old, 6?
I'm not a pussy.
I'm gonna kill those monsters. They chase me. He's a little fat boy too. He probably got 100 pounds. I had to carry him out. Screaming. And my daughter was on my leg and I was dragging her. Both tried to be with me.
That's great. Like 5 minutes go by, no Rick. 10 minutes go by, no Rick. Almost 15 minutes go by, and you see this wailing from behind the curtain. And then that one clown like tried to walk up to him. See, I'm gonna hurt you.
It's like you and me, Brian, hanging on to Rick. I mean,
That's fucking awesome.
He's never gone
When I watch Jimmy get scared, so that's kind of the opposite. You know?
Rick,
He's like, oh,
you should just take off and all over.
so out of all the mazes that we've announced, I would say the odds are moderate, fair to moderate that Andrew falls down again this Halloween season.
You've also fell down.
You're gonna fall down on ours this year for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't break that around, guys. You can't.
Just break the same one.
Huh?
Break the same one.
It's probably the same thing.
Did you break an arm?
Yes.
He broke his elbow.
His elbow. Fractured it. 2 years ago.
We're thinking about doing the Winchester Mystery House on the 6th. The unhinged thing.
I can tell you, we probably won't, just because we'll be coming home late from. That's when we're doing Snelly's new thing.
That
After-
early?
Yeah.
September?
Oh, September 5th, you're thinking
September
of going.
6th, yeah. That's
Oh,
when they
shit.
open. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they start September 6th and go to November 2nd. I've been 1 year there. It was pretty.
If you guys are going October 6th to Snelling, we'll probably go with you.
No, we're going the 5th after the thing. You guys haven't announced yet. Curious to see what Snelling's Rancho Horrors brings to October, as it'll be completely different.
Did
Yeah.
you see Cemeterium's new announcement today?
No.
They are no longer in the same location. They're taking over Sacramento Speedway, Raceway, I mean.
Oh. So, okay. So they finally moved it out of there.
They moved it from wherever it was.
Well, yeah, it was like an old golf course. Like puppet course.
That place was pretty amazing. It was a huge labyrinth of a maze.
Yeah.
It was Cemeterium. And now it's dead. So it'll never be the same.
Once it gets picked up and moved.
I did see that. I didn't bother to read it.
Seems like everyone's trying to move to these big locations.
So now Higbee has announced, speaking of announcing, they have their their scare zone announced. John, what is it?
It's our Streets of London scare zone.
What's the premise?
Basically 1800s London, and as you go down the fog-filled streets, all the townsfolk are turned into monsters and stuff like that, and they're chasing everybody. So we had some twisted stuff, but some people have dropped out. But
Been kicked out.
But some characters are still going to be there, so you'll see some characters from like Sweeney Todd and stuff like that, with a little bit of a twist, and some demons, maybe Frankenstein's monsters, mistress. Ooh,
Look at John's face right now.
He's just got a mini boner.
Why?
Anytime he talks about
John
his
is very. So, John, talk about the first Maze announcement for Higby this year. What was it?
It was Crinkle's Diner.
Crinkle's Diner.
Andrew's favorite.
Walk us through what happens at Crinkle's Diner.
You should ask her. She's the one that actually created it.
I created the first half of it. You created the extended half. Of
Yeah,
it.
John.
So it's you okay, Jim?
Yeah, let's hear about it. Crinkle's Diner.
So it started out with a clown named Crinkles, who's he was a famous clown for doing cereal and stuff, and then so he bought himself a
Breakfast cereal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then he bought himself a roadside diner, and eventually business started going short because it's on Route 66. And so in order to boost sales and everything, any people that started showing up, they couldn't afford meat, so they had to start subbing some meat. So they started killing people and serving other people the meat. And so in the maze, you're going to go through the diner, and then you'll eventually go into the Fun Time Foods meat packing plant.
Dude, John is like on stage at Midsummer Scream right now.
Not yet. Not yet. Had he like really sat down and thought about what he was gonna say, it would have been much more. And then I would have had to proofread it and then edited it for him a little
And now,
bit.
but now you just announced.
I think your favorite, Jim, because there's an eye in it.
Yeah, I gotta say the eye threw me off when the art first got established. But what is it, John?
Scary Tales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is the premise of this?
It's just your classic take on twisted fairy tales, and we're gonna go through the different scenes that we've set up for you, and yeah, you'll get to see the different ways we've twisted it to scare the crap out of you.
Now, how many rooms is this each maze? Are they all different?
They're all different.
They're all different.
So they're all different sizes?
Yeah.
What, out of the two that you announced, the Clown Diner and Scary Tales, which one is the bigger of the two?
It's Crinkles.
The diner one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crinkles is definitely larger.
Crinkles is massive. Andrew's gonna have a field day in that one.
How much, so as someone who has seen Crinkle's Diner in the original haunted house,
Yeah.
Or 10.
where it's that's
Yeah.
two pretty
Why would you do that
moderate
yourself?
sized
Rooms, yeah.
rooms. Is any did you like torch the whole thing and like start from the ground up, or are you using those two scenes in this maze?
We are using the first scene again, but we've altered it so it is different. And then as well as the kitchen. The kitchen before was massive, and so we've cut that down a little bit. And then from there's another about 4 to 5 rooms after that.
Oh shit! So it's a lot more new shit. Interesting.
Crinkles Diner has definitely expanded.
Yeah.
And then
I have Andrew shit in his pants already. I told him there's anywhere from 8 to 10 clowns in that maze.
Story Tales or Scary Tales, is that based on like the witch from the Hansel and Gretel section?
Yeah, we pretty much started out with that. So you'll walk into the witch's house, and then from there you're gonna go back in through the woods and venture.
What's up? Hello.
The gang. Still,
Hi.
we're gonna go get a snack. How's it going?
Good. Right on. John's just talking about his haunted house that he's building this year. So we're
Going pretty much after tonight will be nonstop. So.
Yeah, like every night you guys.
Oh no! Like as far as building, we'll open October 11th. Though.
How'd you
Yeah.
guys find your actors?
It's mostly a core group of people that we just contact, and then we kind of have
And
the
we
same
pick up
group that
volunteers
comes back
every
every year, but we
I
get some
see
new ones
the-
every so often. So.
You gotta train.
Cheesy hard right now. What would you say has been on this show the best horror film that we've seen this year?
Ooh, the best one we've seen this year. Ooh, Bloodsucking Freaks, because it was my choice.
New wise, which one?
Oh, new wise for me?
Yeah.
Something that I haven't seen before?
Well, something that we've gone to the theater, like La Llorona or
Oh, La Llorona for
Mandy.
sure. I didn't see Mandy, so La Llorona was it. It was my favorite, especially sitting next to Danielle and Jimmy and hearing Jimmy go, "Oh fuck!"
Which one was Mandy?
Mandy was the Nicolas Cage one. John, what was your favorite 2019 horror movie?
Like as far as just favorite altogether, or like that I found the most terrifying.
Favorite film altogether?
Yeah, I might go with like.
La Llorona, wow. Rick also said La Llorona.
La Llorona.
Yeah.
We haven't watched it yet, but Midsommar is pretty fucked up.
Yeah, we will see that next Thursday at 7 p.m. Midsommar is coming.
Most uncomfortable. Yeah, like more uncomfortable and terrifying. It's pretty up there. Actually.
From the same filmmaker who did Hereditary.
Yeah. It is a slow burn, but it's a very uncomfortable slow burn. The whole fucking time.
So you totally just lost John on that. Should have kept your mouth shut about
I know, you
Hereditary.
should have said like, what? Well, it just goes to show when he just said it's a slow movie.
I mean, it starts off pretty fucked up.
That's exactly like Hereditary.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I guess it is.
They start off with a fucked up thing and then it just dies down and drags you on for an hour and a half.
But this one, I guess, I think it holds your uncomfortable unease a lot more.
Yeah. That's where we're going to go. How's everybody doing tonight? Are you ready for Ready or Not on the big screen? My name is Jimmy. This is Rick, and we are from the Horrific Network, and we are proud to have the showing of Ready or Not for you guys. But we have an opportunity for you guys to win some pretty cool prizes. It is a new game that we are unveiling here slowly at the late night horror meetups. We've done it a couple other times. So if you've been here lately, you may have seen it. If not, I look forward to showing it to you right now. Do we have a volunteer who thinks they know, or volunteers who think they know a lot about horror movies from like 1980s to current day? Do you think that you could name a couple of horror movies that have come out in the last 20 years? And your lack of confidence is paralyzing up here as I'm just getting a bunch of people pointing at the friend or dates next to them and the person that they're pointing at doing this. But I assure you, we will not embarrass you. In fact, the more that you get wrong, the easier the questions will get. And you have, okay, sir, come on down. What a sport. So what we're going to do is on any given night, what we typically do is we have a trivia kind of like showdown where the winner of that gets to play like the lightning round game, which results in the cooler prizes. So first for winning trivia, typically you just get like a king size candy. But since, what's your name, sir?
Ben.
Ben is the only person who's brave enough to volunteer. Already, you get the candy.
Only by default.
Ben, already a winner today. But Ben, come back. There's more. You have an opportunity. So what's going to happen is, you know the old school game shows like Pyramid where they're giving clues and you got to like guess. So what's going to happen is Rick's going to put 2 minutes on the clock, and I'm going to give you clues to movies. So just for an example, Friday the 13th. Some camp counselors aren't watching a kid. That kid drowns in a lake. Hopefully, you would say Friday the 13th.
Okay.
Which, by the way, we're doing on Friday the 13th in just a couple weeks right here at the State Theater. So if you can get 3 right in the time, you'll end up with 1 prize. If you get 7 right in the time, 2 prizes, 10, 3 prizes. Okay? So we have 2 minutes on the clock. Rick, on your marks, get set, go. This movie is about a deranged little boy. You never really find out what's wrong with him, but he kills his sister on Halloween. Flash forward of a long time. And then he comes back. The sister was played by Jamie Lee Curtis.
Halloween.
Halloween is correct. There's 1.
Keep going.
Thanks, Rick. Keep going.
Hurry up.
So this movie was directed by Wes Craven. It is about a killer who haunts teenagers in their dreams. He has like scissor hands.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street is correct. That's 2. This movie was really the first like horror movie in outer space. It takes place. That's 3. We have a film that we have shown here at the Late Night Horror Theater. It takes place kind of in the middle of the country. Unconventional murder.
Texas
weapon.
Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep. So that is 4. We have a film that was also directed by Wes Craven. Came out in 1999.
Scream.
That's 5. So you got 1 prize. Good job, Ben. We are at 45 seconds. So this movie takes place, this is an older one, takes place in a motel off kind of the beaten path.
No, that's right. You're wearing the shirt.
All right, we'll go to the next one.
Okay.
This movie takes place, again, kind of off the beaten path. Behind it, there's the cemetery that if you bury something up, there's 6. This movie deals with religion a lot. A little girl gets sick. They have to call in some. There's 7. There's 2. I have 2 prizes for you at 7. This movie deals with a deranged fan who hobbles an author up in the woods.
Misery.
We'll give it to you. So you got 7 out of 10, correct? 8 out of 10.
Well, I got 8
So-
out of 8.
Yeah, true.
8 out of 8. That's true. So I'll tell you what. We will allow you to. We'll give you the 3 prizes for being a sport. So what happens now is we have our treasure trove of things that have either been donated to us from the team or from fans in general. And what we do is you're going to pick a number 1 through 10. Each of these numbers is correlated with something that's in the box or the bag. Could be good, could be bad. So you may leave with like a cool poster, some kind of collectible. You may leave with a crappy DVD from Walmart, like in the $1.99 bag.
Okay.
So, but you get 3 numbers, man, because you did get 8 out of 8. So perfect score. What is your first number?
2.
Number 2, your first prize is the Will Smith classic, I, Robot.
Is that the
Full
Walmart
screen
$1.99?
Okay, so you still have, yes, full screen. You still have 2 numbers to call.
Let's do number 9.
Number 9 is a Jack Torrance from The Shining poster.
Ooh. There we go. There's Johnny.
And your final number,
What should I go with? 8? 8.
8, is Goosebumps Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns to bring in haunt season for you. Give it up for Ben. Thank you for being a sport. So, what's coming up on the Late Night Horror Series for you guys. We are so appreciative that you guys come out to the State Theater, watch movies with us. Next week is a big one. On the 12th, we will have the special edition director's cut of Midsommar from Ari Aster, the director of Hereditary. Turn around and right at the next day on September 13th, we have the original Friday the 13th. Then cut to, and we cannot post about it until the Fathom event is over with, so the 16, 17, 18, or 17, 18, 19, somewhere around there. After that, we will be able to make an event official. But on October 4th, we're doing Rob Zombie 3 from Hell. And then October 30th, we will be doing John Carpenter's Halloween for the night before Halloween. So we hope that you guys will come back. We will have the game again with new prizes that Ben both left in the bag and then some ones to fill in the blanks for you guys next week. So I hope to see you guys all out here for one or both of those. And again, thank you for coming out and enjoy Ready or Not. So we finished it, Rick. Was that the best movie of 2019?
I liked it. It was hella stupid, but it was good. I liked it.
I think that's an obvious 9 or 10 out of 10 of a film.
That's pretty amazing. She's a badass. It's going to be the number 3 costume of the year.
I think the question of whether or not that was better than La Llorona is a pretty legitimate question. John, what did you give this movie, John?
Out of 10? I give it a 9.5.
Ashley?
I give it a 9.
Kane?
Oh, 10. I love that movie. I laughed harder than I
I don't know. Between La Llorona and this, there's just two different. This is like horror comedy, and La Llorona is like straight scare. So that's why I give it a 9. This was great. Me and Andrew were making comments the whole fucking movie.
Rick, huh?
Was it unanimous? Everybody liked it?
Everybody loved it. Everybody gave it a 9 to 10 out of 10. Next week, we are down to the nitty-gritty on Campfire Chronicles. We have we have It Chapter 1 that we will be talking about again on Tuesday night, and then Thursday night at Cool Hand Luke's, the final Cool Hand Luke's meetup. Rick, can we get a holy shit for the final Cool Hand Luke's meetup?
Holy shit.
The last time, Rick just said it, holy shit, the last time we'll be at Cool Hand Luke's ever. Because it's the last time we'll be at Galaxy Theaters ever. John, say your speech.
The chick in this movie's a fucking
John, say your
savage.
speech.
What speech?
We don't hate Galaxy.
No, actually, we just went there today. Earlier.
So we will
You know
be
what?
there.
Galaxy was like empty. So.
Because of Regal Unlimited, dog.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Galaxy will come up with something soon.
So we'll be back on Thursday for It Chapter 2. Thank you for listening. If you had to pick one or the other, John, La Llorona or this, who would you give the award to?
For best movie of the year? Probably still La Llorona.
Wow. Enthralling stuff. Kane, who would you give it to? La Llorona or this?
I haven't seen La Llorona yet, but I think
You weren't with us when we went to La Llorona? Why?
I honestly don't remember. Yeah, an art thing.
What would you give it to? La Llorona or this?
Overall movie or scary?
Yeah.
Overall?
Yeah.
Wow. Everyone's saying this is the best movie.
Yeah.
Thanks again to Matt Plavico for a care package. That'll last until about mid next year. And in 2 weeks' time, we'll be back here at the State Theater for Midsommar and Friday the 13th. Thanks for listening. Good night, everybody.